Welcome to Manufacturing Talk Radio.
Good morning, everyone. This is Lou Weiss, Manufacturing Talk Radio, and we're in Detroit, Michigan today. And we are at the Motion Power Technology Expo, which used to be, and still is in many ways, is the gear manufacturing show that's been put on by AGMA, the American Gear Manufacturing Association. With me, I have Matthew Croson, who is the president of
AGMA.
AGMA.
Yep.
All right, sorry,
the American Gear Manufacturers Association.
Right.
Yeah.
And Matthew's been president of the association now about 7 years.
That's it.
And I finally got to meet him along with a lot of our customers from All Metals and Forge Group, who is a supplier of gear blank and forgings and so on. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about the Expo show. So,
well, Lou, I don't know. We want to congratulate you on reaching 800 episodes. That's a fantastic record.
It's quite a number, and
yeah, it is.
We've been told by some recently that we are the largest manufacturing podcast. In the country. So. We're here.
Well, it's an honor, man. I think it's great. We talked in 2016 when I first started, and now get to meet you live, in person, with the yellow, and we're ready to go. And it's an honor for you to be here. To have you here at MPT Expo and the Gear Expo. Really great show. Proud to be back in Detroit. We've got about 170 exhibitors, over 44,000 square feet. 2,000 people showed up or registered. We had a great first day. Our second day is going to be better because that's usually the most attended day.
This is the day.
Yeah, it kind of goes up, and then the last day is always the last day.
Yeah, right.
And but we're thrilled to be here. AGMA has run Gear Expo since the mid '80s, every 2 years. And Detroit is our most well-attended event, because, Ford and GM and, the traditional kind of auto industries here.
Right.
But, obviously gears are in everything, anything that moves. So we get a broad audience. And we have Tesla here. We have Rivian here. And so it's an interesting, you have the old, the traditional, I guess, car manufacturers who are moving into EV. Right. And then the ones that are kind of the disruptors, if you will, who are here as well, and it's a good day.
Just curiosity, I did notice that the roads are all empty. There's no cabs, there's no Ubers, there's no people going to work.
Yeah,
is that due to the auto strike?
Detroit's definitely having some circumstances right now, and I would think that there's probably some, it's tempered a little bit just because some things are going on that are broader than everything. But no, Detroit's a nice little city too, though. I don't think they have the same traffic woes that other places do. No, but it's still a powerhouse, and
it's true enough.
Yeah.
Matthew, tell us a little bit about AGMA, and then we'll get into the show. But tell us, just so our audience, nation and countrywide, understands the value of AGMA, and what the primary mission is.
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. That's a great question. AGMA, first and foremost, has been around for 107 years. We started in 1916, and we really started, and we continue today in the standards development world. At both the ANSI, the American National Standard Institute, but also the ISO level, International Standards Organization. And we have more than 500 engineers from everything from GM, Boeing, Caterpillar to, Croy Gear to Liebherr, you name the companies, Gleason. We have a large number of individuals today promulgating more than 100 standards and information sheets that really define metallurgy properties, torque ratios, all the different, technical needs for the industry. And that's our bread and butter. That's what we really are known for globally. And then over the years, as the industry has needed in different services, we add them to support the industry. And one of the biggest things that we're also known for is education. Mm-hmm. We have more than 36 classes that really range from design to gear failure and everything in between,
Right.
so that any of the design engineers or the production engineers or anybody involved in the gear making can learn. Because, Lou, what we find is the universities are wonderful around the world, and they teach wonderful mechanical engineering, but you tend to only have one, maybe two classes on
Right.
gear production. And so when you get into the market, the industry needs you to step up, and we kind of deliver that fundamentals program for, it's post-college work,
Right.
But we also bring CEOs together. We have trade shows. We have 2 magazines. We're now kind of a broad support organization for market-oriented needs, education and training, and then, of course, the history of standards.
But you mentioned a bunch of the challenges that exist in your industry and other industries.
Yeah.
How does supply chain affect your membership, particularly over the last 3 years, the COVID
Massively.
years?
I mean, massively. Really, what happened with COVID negatively impacted the global supply chain, which we were a part of. And so we had orders move from 6 months to over a year. We were part of the port issue when you had 40 or 50, ships and containers out in the. So those things were real. They were extremely challenging. And then it ran right from ore, right, coming out of the earth, right on up to the finished product. Much of that. Oh, first of all, that issue led to inflation, in addition to the government spending, which added to that as well. So we were battling not only parts availability, product availability, raw material availability, but then also, because of the scarcity of it all, inflationary challenges.
And then
Fortunately,
delivery.
fulfillment got pushed back. Delivery got pushed back. So it was a real challenging time. And fortunately, I feel the industry rallied, even customers rallied, and I think that there was a real, relax is not the right word, but there was an understanding that everybody was having this problem.
Right.
And so you didn't have the fierce battles that might maybe occur in another time. So I thought there was some teamwork going on there. A lot of that has ironed out, figured out. What we saw as an outcome of it is, so some people call it reshoring. Some people call it, just national, manufacturing. I think at the end of the day, you can call it whatever you will, and certainly politicians do. But I think what really happened is there was an economics of geography that occurred, and people decided that instead of having disparate, far-reaching supply chains, which are a little brittle in times of conflict or situational circumstances, they're trying to localize them a little bit more. So what we're seeing in the United States right now and other parts of the world are larger companies who operate maybe around the world opening up manufacturing facilities here. And that's what we're experiencing right now.
What about the skill gap that we experienced before COVID and only got worse after COVID?
Yeah.
And then, of course, you've got we don't have a large pool coming from the teenager, college kid going into manufacturing because manufacturing is dark, dirty, and dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. You got to bifurcate those two things, because the skills gap is one thing, and we do feel that between our education classes, our training, and then industry training, the skills development process is there.
Right.
We have the knowledge base, or the manuals, the training, and all of that stuff. It's really the other side of the equation, finding talent. And whether it's retirements, next generation transition, or what you're describing, that for 40 years, we told everybody,
go to college,
do something else. And really, we can get you $75,000, $85,000, $95,000 jobs, doing some pretty neat stuff. And what we do, and that is our number one challenge. There's no question. Yeah. I don't think that's unique to any industry, trade association. Finding and retaining talent is hard. So we work very hard on that, Lou, and we have a program that is supporting that effort.
Well, here's one challenge, or one aspect that could possibly help this particular point. And Tim, my co-host, and I have been talking about this for years now,
Okay.
and that is you have to help train the parents
Oh yeah.
because, first of all, only 60% of
Yeah.
college graduates graduate, and
Yeah.
it's you gotta be able to tell the parents that send your kid to school, training, manufacturing training, and get an $80,000 job, and you
Yeah.
won't have a $200,000 tuition
That's it.
that you
Yeah.
got to pay for the next 2 years.
No, I
And
was walking the floor of HM Manufacturing, which is one of our board members, Nicole Walter, and
I know Nicole
she's a
well.
wonderful person, good leader. Well, we were walking the floor. She was introducing me to a few people, and I did see a young person working the floor. And I just said, "Hey, Nicole, would you mind if we just stopped and he's working. I didn't want to interrupt."
Right.
He says, "No, ask him anything." I was like, "Buddy, what got you in there?" And he said the exact same thing. He says, "My sister is going to UCLA, and she's going to probably generate about $150,000 in debt." He's like, he was very candid. So I'm making $80,000 right now. I have no debt. I have great work-life balance. It's a clean environment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good environment, and he was doing well with it. And I was like, yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah.
What we do is we have a program called Get Into Gears. It's an entire marketing program that any of our members can download for free. And then what they do is we have talking points for parents, we have talking points for teachers, we have talking points for students and future employees. It's a brochure, it's video, it's PowerPoint, it's ads, social media. And what they do is they download it, change some things maybe on the language about their benefits, or add their logo, or something that they want to do for unique, and then spread the word and get it out to the open houses, the job fairs. And we're finding that that we've paid the cost for them to do a promotion campaign.
Right.
And by the multiplier effect, if we had 170 of our 400 companies download it,
Right.
that multiplier effect is helping our little niche,
Sure.
industry try to find its workers. And
But maybe what we have to do, Matthew, is that once we go off air and we all go home to our home camps, perhaps you and I ought to talk about that and get some of your important information on our website.
Oh, that's very good. Yeah, we will work with
word.
anybody. We will work with anybody and any organization that's looking to do this. We're all in this together. I mean, the reality is that every manufacturing trade group competes for talent, and really what we're doing as an organization and as an industry, as a nation, is trying to elevate the fact that there are good, well-paying, healthy, positive jobs.
Right.
Our folks put stuff on the moon. We put stuff, cars drive for 300,000 miles because of our work,
and now they're flying.
Yeah, we're in a flying car. That's so true. So I just think that, now on the other side, Lou, to be frank, when you have 40 years of people saying you need to do this, you need to do this, that's generational.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not going to be a 5-year fix. And I always say to people, we've been here for 107 years, and we're serious about when we want to be here for another 107 years, and our industry will be around. So, we have a long view on this, and we have to, like you said, work together and be supportive of each other and not competitive in this way. And then chips fall where they may. People go where they go.
The interesting part of what you just said about being here 116 years, you didn't have the technology then.
Right.
So, what your education level was and what you were educating and trying to get people into manufacturing and stay in manufacturing was way different.
Yeah.
Today, it's new technology, it's fun things, it's not dark, dirty, and dangerous.
It's
you don't
not.
have to go
It's
into
not.
debt.
Yeah. No, you can. And, I feel personally, and without massively disrespecting our wonderful fast food world and industry,
Right.
I feel you can come home at a day of work at our gear shops more fulfilled in a team collaborative environment, making some pretty neat things.
Right.
Knowing that they're going into key applications for a lot of different, when you watch how it's made and you see all these like cool things, you're part of that. You're in that world. I feel like we can win those over if we can just keep working at it. So
I love watching the Forge and Fire.
Yeah, of course, with your other business.
That is so great to watch.
There's nothing better than going to Scott Forge and other places that have a 10-ton press.
Yeah.
Pounding,
right.
molten ore into a massive gear for a ship, that's a cruise line or some kind of military application. It's mind blowing.
And today they're making parts, and we're making parts bigger than ever.
Right.
I mean, at one time it was horseshoe level in the Ford shop.
Right. Yeah. Some of our biggest gears right now, we have mining gears that are 45, 50 feet wide.
Yeah.
And they just go slow and grind down into the earth, pulling up all these materials that we need to have things made.
Yeah, even our shop. We can make rings up to 200 inches, 80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
They're pretty big.
It's amazing. Yeah, it is.
Anyhow, Matt, it was great. Seeing you again.
Yeah, it's nice to see you, Lou.
I think that we got to talk offline and do something, partner together.
Keep drumming the beat.
And that's what it takes. You said it before.
It does.
The industry has to partner.
We do, yeah. No, we're proud of having you here. I know you have a really great schedule of wonderful speakers that are going to come in. You're going to meet some really neat people. And we thank you for coming to MTT Expo. And
thank you much.
We wish you the best. Another 800, Lou?
Another 800.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10 years. Let's see. I'm 80.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be.
Why not?
Why not? Let's put it this way. If I don't do it, I won't be here.
Well, that's right. Exactly. I hear you. Yeah. Good to meet you. Good to see you again, rather. Yeah. Pleasure. Yeah. You're welcome.
Well, folks, that was Matt Croson of AGMA, A-G-M-A, American Gear Manufacturing Association. He doesn't look 116 years old, but you never know. He's wearing some good makeup today. Thank you all.
That's our show for today. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to support the show, please like and subscribe, share on social media, or leave a review. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Rumble, or your favorite podcast app. Visit us online at mfgtalkradio.com for our other episodes. We have also included links to our advertisers below. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.